When tackling this discussion board for this week, I had a lot of different opportunities to choose from different locations. There were a lot of specific battles or locations from the Revolutionary War, different ports that were important, different cities. But instead of looking at one of the important physical battle locations, I instead decided to look at one of the more uh, potent ideological centers of the Revolutionary War, specifically for the Patriot cause. The place that I've chosen to do my discussion board on this week is Independence Hall, or formerly known as the Pennsylvania State House. This was a place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and still is to this day. A place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where there were lots of printing presses and publishers nearby, and a lot of the foundational works that we attribute to the founding fathers during the Revolutionary era found their origins in or near Philadelphia, in or near the Pennsylvania State House. Included in these works would include the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of the United States, but even some of the works that were being put together before our Constitution was forming and before our nation was forming. Works like the Federalist Papers, Thomas Paine's Common Sense, a lot of these different ideological ideas that came in print during this revolutionary era really found their origins in the Pennsylvania State House or Independence Hall. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. I want to just look at two very important works that came from Independence Hall and really shaped the Patriot cause and grew the Patriot cause throughout the colonies. Starting in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it was important that this hub for ideology started in the middle colonies. This enabled it to spread to the New England colonies in the north, but also the southern colonies in the south. There was a very strong patriot cause in the New England colonies, but it really took the middle colonies to spread it to the southern colonies. So this was a hub that really helped to unite all of the colonies, not just have a few small groups of patriots, but really to make the patriot cause something fulfilling for all of the colonists involved. So going back, I want to look at two specific works. Those works are first, I'm going to look at Thomas Paine's Common Sense. Thomas Paine wrote a lot, really just arguing for the patriot cause, really arguing for the fallacy of the monarchy in England. He writes, "In England, a king hath little more to do than to make war and give away places, which in plain terms is to impoverish the nation and set it together by the ears. A pretty business indeed for a man to be allowed 800,000 sterling a year, and worshipped into the bargain. Of more worth is one honest man to society, and in the sight of God, than all the crowned ruffians that ever lived." Thomas Paine's point is really appealing to the common colonist. Someone who is honest, someone who is working hard, is of more worth to Thomas Paine, is of more worth to the colonists as a whole, and Paine argues of more worth to God than a king who is just doing his bidding. Another important uh, document that came kind of during the Revolutionary War was obviously the Declaration of Independence. One quote from there is, "To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute a new government." And that's exactly what the Patriot cause was trying to do, was to overthrow the monarchy and institute their own government that represented themselves, that really looked out for the best interests of all of the colonists. And really, these documents, among many others, found their start in Independence Hall in the Pennsylvania State House and really was used to spread the Patriot cause to all of the colonies.